Today I'm going to show you how to put together your skirt pieces for your table, and there's a couple of things you're going to need. First, you are going to need a big blue quick grip clamp, okay? And you can get that in the white cabinet in the front of the room. Okay? You're going to need a handful of black wood screws. They're going to come out of this bottom drawer over here. Okay? You're going to need some 1/4 inch scrap pieces. Alright, I've got a couple of those already cut, and they're in the drawer up in the front of the room here. It's the one with the red label. It's in there. Alright, and you're going to need a cordless drill with the pocket hole attachment. Alright, we're going to set the torque at 12, and we're going to have the speed set to 1 because we're putting in screws. Alright, the drill and the drill bit are in here. The drill bit goes in the door down here, the drill goes up in the cabinet. Alright, once you've got all your stuff, you're going to need your legs and your pieces, and we're going to put them together. Alright, and so this is how you're going to put it together. First, you need to make sure that you've sanded all of your legs, either on the wide belt sander and then also by hand to knock the edges off, which is just lightly sanding the edges so that they're rounded over and not square. You want to make sure you've sanded and routed your skirt pieces if you're going to router them. The reason you want to do that is once you put it together, it's not going to be easy to sand them. You'll have to sand them by hand. You won't be able to use the power sanders anymore. And so you want to make sure everything is sanded and ready to go together first. And I'm not there to check that, so you need to make sure that it's where you want it to be, because if you're going to have to sand it by hand, you're going to have to sand it by hand. Alright, I'm going to take my 1/4 inch pieces from the drawer, and I'm going to put them under my skirt pieces. And I've got my skirt piece. This is my shorter skirt piece. You want to start with the short ones and then do the long ones. The reason we do the short ones first is because the drill is so long. If you've got your short pieces already, or your long pieces already attached and you're trying to do your short ones, we might not be able to fit the drill in. So you need to do the shorter pieces first and save the longer pieces for last. Alright, so put the 1/4 inch pieces under your skirt piece. They're going to hold them 1/4 inch up from the table. And that'll give us 1/4 inch gap on the front side here. We don't want this to be flush with the front. We don't want it to overlap the front. We want it to be 1/4 inch inset, so we're going to use the 1/4 inch pieces to hold them up. Alright, so it should be set up like this. You're going to use the clamp to hold it together while you put the screws in. And when you put the clamp on, you want this to be flush at the very top edge. Alright, you don't want there to be a bump. You don't want the leg to be sticking down or the leg to be sticking up. I'm going to take just a little dab of glue, put a little glue on the edge, put a little glue on the edge. Yeah. Okay. Alright. I'm going to put the pieces together, and then I'm going to use the clamp to hold it. Now, if you put the clamp on with it on top, it'll be in the way of your drill, so you have to put it on like this. Alright, and I'm going to squeeze it together kind of tight, not too tight. I don't want to bend anything, and I want to make sure that the skirt piece stayed down on top of the 1/4 inch pieces. It doesn't want it might want to sneak up on you, so make sure that's pushed down all the way. Alright, we're going to take the screws, and we've got the drill set. I'm going to put the screw in the little hole that the pocket hole made. Alright, it's going to push it out, and then the drill will bring it back in. Okay? If it's pushing it out really bad, then you need to fix your clamp, alright? Put this side on. Okay. You'll do this with the 2 short sides, and then you'll do the 2 long sides. After you've got the short sides, you'll have to have this stood up on its edge, and you'll have the other one standing up here, and you'll put the longer skirt pieces in the middle here. Alright? After about 20 minutes, you can scrape the glue. You can see my 1/4 inch gap here that I want to keep. Alright? I'll leave this one here to look at as an example. One thing to pay attention to is you want to make sure that the pocket holes for your top are pointing towards the top. You don't want them pointing towards the bottom. Thank you. Did you find the other one? Okay, so that's important. Make sure that those are pointing towards the top.